This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." We'll read it in the NLT as well. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 10 and 11. "When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And when I forgive whatever needs to be, forgiven, I do so with Hamashiach's authority for your benefit, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes." I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect that's out here pushing this word with all truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and I just want to come back with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify the flock of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, which consists of the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, the men, women, and children that will be delivered in these last days that sincerely believe upon the return of Yahawashi HaMashiach, which is going to destroy this current system that we're living in right now, which is ran by the Edomites, the so-called white man. All right, and I wanted to open up with the scripture here in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, as we'll read it again. "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." All right, we're not ignorant of Satan's schemes and plans that he wants to do to try to fulfill his enterprise. All right, because of the enterprise that these elites, these central bankers, all right, that are operating this current monetary system, the current Hollywood system, music industry, healthcare system, the Food and Drug Administration, which is really all set to kill, all right, which is really, chiefly aimed at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right, this system that's being ran by these elite banking families, they have a plan and an agenda set forth to completely disrupt the current economic system and transition everything to a digitalized system, which is going to be operated through the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, which will have your financial records, your health records, your public records. It'll have everything on there, okay? And to crash this economy, okay, by way of plagues, which is ultimately done by Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, as the scripture says that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right, this is really the system of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, which he's the one that's putting it in the minds of these different elites to push forth these different agendas, okay? You have a lockdown that's going to be happening here again. Okay, you're going to have food shortages and famines. Okay, you're going to have riots and looting due to the lack of bread. Okay, you're going to have a lot of countenances of people being changed. All right, a great humbling is going to take place, man. And us that are pushing this truth and doing this work, Lord willing, we're going to be protected and saved in these perilous times that are to come. Matter of fact, let's grab that scripture. Then I'm gonna play a quick video. Perilous, if I'm spelling that correctly. Perilous. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." And we are in the last days, man. All right, that word perilous here in the Greek, we'll go ahead and grab it. This word perilous in the Greek is chalepas, which means hard to do, to take, to approach. You see, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. People about to become, people are about to go on extreme savage mode here very soon, man. The love of many is going to wax cold. Men are going to rise up against men, their neighbors, with swords in their hands, as the scripture says, due to the troublous times that we're approaching to. It's going to be hard to bear. It's going to be dangerous. You know, a lot of you women that are out here being proud and don't take heed to the doctrine of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM you're going to be caught out there. A lot of you men that have been proud and didn't take yourself serious, you're going to be caught out there. Okay? We're coming into some perilous times, man, as the scripture says, man. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Difficult times. Hard to bear times. Troublesome times. Are we not approaching Jacob's trouble? Absolutely. It says that day is great so that none shall be like it. All right? So what I want to do through the Spirit, I want to play this clip here from Tom Clancy's The Division, which, you know, the beloved brother, elder, Barack, the beloved elder Barack out there in L.A., he had the video using this video game clip as well. You know, but it clearly shows you, like we read earlier in 2 Corinthians 2, that, you know, Esau will put these things in video games. He put these different things in movies. You know, like the elder Ariale down here in Dallas mentioned the movie V for Vendetta, which I've never seen, which Lord's will I'm gonna watch soon. And they put these different things in movies, games, books, the media, mentioning dark winter. And these are code words and buzzwords for activities and operations that these elites plan to do, which are going to be live exercises, man. So without further ado, I want to play this video. And as the video plays, I want to say I got the speed low. Yeah, I got the speed lowered so that it's not going to play as fast, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have it lower so it's not going to play as fast, so we can be able to pause it and get scriptures as the video plays. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so as you see here in the beginning, you had this doctor, or this, not doctor, but you had this, you know, this chemist, whoever, you know, this guy, right, that dropped a disease onto the money. Now, with this whole COVID-19 outbreak, we already understand that they're trying to remove dollars out of circulation, because they're saying that, you know, the COVID can remain on cash for up to a certain amount of days. It can remain on a surface. It can remain on the surface for up to a certain amount of days. It could be transferred. So they want to eliminate cash out of stores and do everything electronically through EMV payments. Whereas now you can put your phone up to you can put your phone or your device up to a credit card terminal and it can pay that way, or you can just wave your card over a credit card terminal and it can pay that way. Let's grab a precept on that real quick. Isaiah 32:7. Okay. Isaiah 32:7, it says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. Okay, so let's grab a couple of these words here. It says the instruments. That word instruments is kalaya, article, vessel, implement, utensil. Now, is not Esau going to use a utensil to put the RFID microchip underneath your skin? Yes. Okay, that palisade or that stake, that karax, if you will, absolutely. Object. And Esau is using this COVID-19 so-called pandemic, which I like to call a plandemic, to push forward his agenda of social unrest, these elections that are coming up. Okay, it says the instruments also of the churl are evil, the scoundrel. That's what the word churl means. It means a scoundrel. His instruments, his devices, his tricks are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. You see, he devises and imagines, you know, a wicked device and wicked thoughts to destroy Jake. And through his destruction of that he wants to do with the Israelites, he's gonna destroy his own people at the end of the day, man. You know, he that doeth evil unto himself, you know, how can he be right? Roughly paraphrasing. You know, Everything that he's going to be doing is going to be aimed at the men of the Lord. Israel as the face of violence. You already see what's happening in Philadelphia with the looting due to that cop shooting, which that Jake that got shot out there, man, he was being a damn demon, man. He had a gun in his hand when the cops came to him. So the cops killed him. Now, am I advocating cop killings? No, but, you know, if you had understanding of the scriptures of how to operate and move, you can read Romans 13, but that's another lesson for another day. So let's go ahead and go back to the video.
You know, this Black Friday, you can sleep in.
All over the region, retailers are calling this their super 149,000 stores offering sales in the greater
sales changing.
Now, you talking about Black Friday. Now, is Black Friday, isn't Black Friday coming around the corner next month, so-called? Yes, and what takes place during Black Friday? People spend, people spend money to get devices and products at a cheaper price. Okay, that's why it's called a Black Friday. Now, is there going to be a Black Friday this year? We shall see. We don't know. You know, I won't be surprised if there wouldn't be no Black Friday, man. You know, and that's the thing, man. Like the Most High is shutting all the game playing. He's shutting everything down when it comes to, you know, holidays. You know, they're already talking about there ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving. You know, which that's a holiday Jake loved to celebrate his Thanksgiving. You know, ain't gonna be no Christmas, ain't gonna be no, New Year's. You gotta have a damn mask on, everywhere you go. Social distancing and all this other kind of stuff. And watch, man, it's gonna be COVID-21 that's gonna come next. You see, but now with this dollar here that you see in the video game, it went back into circulation that they clearly put a virus on. Letting you know that Esau is in control of these different pandemics that take place and happen. Saying that COVID-19 came from a damn gook eating a bat soup. All of a sudden it came down here. And now Jake is the face of it, and now the on the new quarter it's a bat, the year of the bat. Come on, man. And I want to say that the division is based upon in New York. The video game is based in New York, and what did Kumo just come out and say? That he wants to get the whole state of New York vaccinated. They want to be the first mandatorily vaccine state. And when COVID-19 came in America, wasn't New York the epicenter? Yes, it was. See, everything is all played out, man. Everything, and you can find these things, in the scriptures too. Okay.
the stores.
This makes me think of another precept as well, because you seen the people that was smiling with the shoes. Let me go back to it, see if I can pause it.
149,000 stores offering sales in the greater
sales changing hands.
New York, and
Well, you seen a couple smiling with the shoes, and hey, the scriptures talk about how this place believes that it's a lady forever and that it can't be touched. You shall not know, I'm not going to know the loss of children. Here we go. Isaiah 47:8. I started verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. And this is what these people think. And people think that America will never be touched. People think that they'll bounce back from the COVID-19, that they'll bounce back from all the turmoil that's going to take place with America. As scripture says, Babylon can't be healed, man. And these people truly think that this is just it. Especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, to thy mind, neither didst remember the latter end of it. You didn't think of the consequences of you reap what you sow. You Edomites that have built up America, this corporation, through the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites, rape, robbery, and murder the whole planet Earth. Okay, keeping everybody in debts as debt slaves, using America as your forerunner, the whore that ride the beast. You didn't think of the consequences that would come come to the latter end of this thing, man. That all the wickedness that you have done as a people, man, you're going to have to pay for that. And we're seeing the beginning stages of it. Verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly. Let's get this word, that dwellest carelessly. That word carelessly is batach, security, safety, securely. You think that you're secure, that you're in a sense of safety here in America, man. Everything is going to be good. You're in the safety of your own home. You're in the safety of your own house. You have the safety of being able to go to fast food restaurants and get food whenever you want. Go to CVS and Walgreens to get medicine whenever you want. Go to the store, spend your money on and be lascivious on just everything that you just want. Nothing bad will happen to you because you dwell in America. That's what you dumbass Americans think, man. Right? It says that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. You can get the precept of that in Isaiah 14, talking about the so-called white man who believes that he is. That's why he wants to put a chip in you, so he can have a monitor to you and know your every move, your every thought. And that's what we're coming into. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. They believe that they're not gonna sit. This place isn't gonna fall, man. And when America falls, man, it's gonna fall harder than any country that you've ever seen fall in human history, man. The Most High is going to have this place as a memorial for those that transgress the Lord, that transgress his ways, man. The Most High is going to leave this place as a memorial. You see? And what we're going to do, we're going to play the video. We're going to come back to the scripture here. Cash sales soar, cash sales soar August, September, October, November, 88%. That makes me think of another precept. They shall think themselves victuals. The brother Brock had brought it out, or the elder Brock Salakia had brought it out. Victuals shall be so good cheap, right? This is 2nd Ezra 16:21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, right? Oh yeah, we still have Black Friday. We're still good. The PS5 comes out in November. The Xbox X series, whatever that new thing called, whatever the new generation is called, the new NBA 2K, the new Madden, all these new games and shoes, all these new things are coming out, right? And then they're going to be cheap. All these things are coming out around Black Friday, so they think that everything's going to be in a good case. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as women in travail, man. This is what the scriptures talk about. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, which is the modern day gun, pestilences and diseases is a sword too, famine, which if there's a pestilence, disease going around, if there's anarchy going on in the streets, right, that's going to lead to trucks being blocked off, which shall lead to famine, and great confusion, perplexity. Nobody's not going to know what to do, because what? Wisdom and knowledge is not going to be the stability of their time. And we're going to come back to this precept too. As you see here in the picture, cash sales soar August, 12%. Coronavirus is taking place around this time, September. Things start opening up a little bit more, October. People think that everything is still good. November, Black Friday, good case. Victuals so good, cheap, right? 88%. Now let's go ahead and continue.
The stores. The flu season is off to its earliest
Appears to be a previously unknown variant of the flu, suspected catching many experts off guard.
No more sanitizer. Does that not look familiar? Was not everybody hoarding sanitizer during COVID-19? Come on now. As Elder Apostle Ramlab says, think about it. Come on, man. Flu outbreak worsens. New Yorkers fear winter misery. New Yorkers Have you had your flu jab yet? Your flu shot? Your vaccine? Come on, man. Half price. And you got the thing, half price on the thing to the right there. You know, have you had your flu jab yet? Come on, man. What did YAHAWASHI say? That your flight be not in the winter. This is Matthew 24:20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. See that? And the Lord didn't say that for no reason. It's going to be a dark winter coming up, man. And in the winter times, man, that's why whenever you hear about stories of Gadites, you know, moving around, they would always say, you know, 3 winters ago or 2 winters ago, because during that time, it was a lot of death. If you made it through the winter, man, you was considered pretty much strong, man. You see? And they put this stuff, they got the mask on. Come on, man. Come on. Epidemic feared. And now epidemic, it goes into a precise location. Whereas the epidemic was first in Wuhan, China. Then it turned into a pandemic because it first started in a particular location. Concerns heightened as hospital emergency rooms reach breaking point. Was that not going on out there? As they said, you know, there was, you know, dead body. They had body bags filled in different places, you know, in certain cities, because the hospitals was filled up. Ventilators. We need to get more ventilators, more ventilators. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's that scripture say? Yeah, Micah 2. I'm just going through the spirit, man. I'm just going off the top. So, Salakia, I didn't want this lesson to be too long, but, you know, Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity, that calculates, that plans wickedness, that plans evil, and work evil upon their beds. Okay? These elites work evil upon their beds because they don't have to go to work like we do. They don't have to clock into a 9 to 5 like we do. They have all the time in the world to sit and to devise this evil, right? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You see, now when the morning comes about, you see, they practice what they devise. They practice it. Mock drills, Jade Helm. They practice these things. The coronavirus outbreak, COVID-19, was just a planned exercise, which is going to come into a full-fledged activity here very soon, because it is in the power of their hand. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They have the power to do it. You see? And they show you everything that they're getting ready to do.
Back on the breaking news, leading with
Army rolls into Manhattan as island begins total lockdown. Now that should make you think of a particular scripture, which we're going to get here in a minute. You know, did we not see that army? Did we not see military vehicles coming in on being set up in different areas when COVID-19 first took place? Why do you think they brought the military vehicles in and they just, quote unquote, just never used them? Because it's going to be a secondary lockdown, man. That's why. You see? They're going to implement the military in this next election, the National Guard. They just didn't bring all that money with the military vehicles down here just to waste. That took money to transport Humvees and MRAPs. It took money to do that, man. You think Esau about to just waste that money on that? Nah, man. He gonna implement what he uses money for.
confirmed reports of a smallpox outbreak.
A smallpox outbreak. Now, we are coming up to this flu season. Could there be another outbreak? Could there be COVID-21? We shall see. But we've seen how the smallpox outbreak took place, though.
Is a highly rehearsed scenario.
And National Guard units converging on
Shelter in place. No human contact. That's what it said on the sign. Quarantines. Mind you, this game came out 4 years ago.
hospital in central
Bridges are
Manhattan.
closed.
All trains canceled.
Is a very real danger.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Smallpox outbreak is a highly rehearsed scenario.
And National Guard units converging on a hospital in
The
central
bridges are
Manhattan.
closed. It's a war zone. Is a very
Then you got the doctor. You got the doctor, you know, Dr. Fauci. Look at this guy, Dr. Ghazi Duty. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Contagious expert, disease expert. It's not Dr. Fauci, the so-called contagious disease expert that pretty much speaks on behalf of America. Come on, man. There's a chariot in front of me, man. Call HALAL, YAHAWASHI, man. Barakatah YAHAWASHI. Call HALAL, YAHAWASHI, man. Talking about this daytime, it's a beaming light right in front of me. It's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for a minute. Hey, man, you finna get out of here, man. Dr. Ghazi Duty. Come on, man.
More deaths than AIDS, more than Ebola.
Let me stop you there. This is not a panic situation.
An entire
See that? You see him get shot, and what does it say? Let's grab the precept, Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt. And what is Egypt now? America. It says, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud. Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. And that's going into the chariots. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart or the mind of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. We just read about that confusion that's going to be taking place. Okay? The heart or the minds of these people are going to melt, okay, with fear. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You see that? That's what you call civil war. And they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor. They ain't gonna be, you're not gonna be looking at your neighbor for protection and, oh, this is my friend from down the street. Nah, man, he gonna be looking to protect what's his, man. You see? City against city and kingdom against kingdom. You see that? And a great insurrection is gonna take place here very soon, man. Even with this whole thing with the presidential elections. Okay? And we see it here. The guy got shot in the street because of the lack of products. You see?
American City.
Known as the green poison, Central Park has been converted to a mass.
Central Park was converted to a mass burial ground. There's not a scripture saying Jeremiah 16, which I'm not going to pull, but I'm just quoting. Jeremiah 16 says that they shall be dung. They shall be like dung. Their bodies shall be like dung upon the ground. They shall die of grievous deaths. That word grievous deaths goes into diseases when you get that word grievous in the Hebrew. Prison overrun.
Fires. The government.
We're expecting another night of widespread looting.
People of New York are begging.
What would
First response.
What does the scripture say? What does the scripture say? If it already be kindled. I'm going to say that's the book of Luke. Right, Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And that's when we know that the Lord is going to send fire with the chariots, thermonuclear destruction, right? And what will I, if it be already, if it be already kindled? You know, what will I is what he desires. If it already be kindled, and this place is already going to be on fire, you know, due to looting, you know, setting buildings ablaze, prisons being overrun, major parks and stadiums being used as burning grounds of bodies. It's about to get horrible out here, man. And you guys think it's a game. You think it's a joke. You guys at Great Millstone, you fear mongering. You know, you guys just get things from video games. Okay. Well, you know what? We shall see. At the end of the day, we shall see. Let's go ahead and just finish this off.
First responders are either dead
No resources available.
treat it like
Well, let me see something real quick.
Friend looting.
people of New York are begging.
Either the guy said, where were the cops? Yeah, where were the cops at? Cops ain't gonna be there to help you in that day, man. You ain't gonna be able to call the police and 911. 911 is gonna be completely off limits. This number cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Message TXV535. And it's gonna just cut off. And you ain't gonna be no calling the cops. And you already see how they're defunding the police. You see that? You see how they're defunding the police. So you see them getting ready, man. You see them getting ready and prepared for a mass civil unrest that's gonna get ready to take place, man. And that's definitely a chariot, man. Lord's what I'll put at the end of the video.
First responders are either dead
No resources available.
Global disaster. Crisis hits every continent. Let's end it off on this one. Crisis hits every continent. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which the hour of temptation is talking about the mark of the beast. Okay? The RFID microchip, which shall come upon all the world. And that word world in the Greek here is oikoumeni. Not ion, not cosmos, but oikoumeni. All right, which means the whole inhabited earth. Okay? So like I didn't finish the scripture. To try them that dwell upon the earth, because we have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So the whole earth is going to be tried, man. To try them that dwell upon the earth, man. Crisis hits every continent. You know, there was something I seen. It said like the Detective 51 or something like that. Here you go. National Response Plan, Directive 51. Kind of sounds similar to Agenda 21. National Response Plan, Directive 51. Interesting.
treated like animals.
It's not a job. We're not trained for that.
It says if we were treated like animals, man, they're gonna be like madmen sparing none. These military troops is gonna be out there busting chops, man. Getting down and getting busy. Gonna be like madmen sparing none, because the Most High gonna put that spirit on them. He shall come down with great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, man. Okay? So I want to see if I think that's the last of the video. Yeah, that's the end of it. But, you know, I just wanted to do it real quick. You know, I wanted to put my 2 cents in on this lesson, man. You know, this video as well. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us His truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to you, elect Akim, that's pushing this word with our truth and sincerity. Shalom.